So training schedule. So it's all well and good to be following the YouTube channel or be given a whole bunch of training programs from your trainers, but when do you do them? What's the best time? What's the best format? What's the best space in between? Heaps of people are doing full body workouts to get entire calorie burn, which is fantastic. But the drama you face is that we're not working at the moment. And those of you that aren't working, you're not burning as many calories as you normally would going throughout your day. So you can't necessarily afford to have these rest days. So a lot of our programs at the moment, they look real bodybuilder style, and they are. They're actually made for our athletes in the off season, because during season, doing all this bodybuilder stuff, it's not functional. It's not gonna help you be better on the field. It's not gonna help you be better on the court, be better on the pitch. It's not gonna help you at all as an athlete. Our athletes don't have footy training. They don't have games. They don't get the soreness. And they train with us up to 7 days a week. So our goal is to break it down, make the sessions really focus on segments of the body or muscle groups, but allows them to train every single day without injury, without overtraining, and without severe soreness. So what we do is actually train twice a day. Once in the morning, early, once in the afternoon, making sure you get that 4 hours gap so the cortisol can drop. We do our conditioning or our cardio in the morning, and we do our weights and resistance work in the afternoons. So for me personally, this is how my week looks. On Mindset Mondays, I'll go through 12:52s to start the day. It really hurts, it's long, it's aerobic, I'm not a good jogger, so for me it's a great way to set my intention for the week. In the afternoon, which is 5 to 6 p.m, I'll go through a body weight chest workout and abs. This way I've got a 4 hour gap between workouts, and I make sure my cortisol's dropped and I get resistance and aerobic. On Tuesdays I go through a 10-20 lactic and aerobic test. So for me this is a bit shorter and a bit sharper, but still not too easy. And in the afternoon I go through a back workout with scap stability, which is rotator cuff work. On Wednesday morning I go through the 5-10 dropper. This one's a bit more lactic, a little less aerobic, getting up and down off the ground, more burn the legs with change of direction. On Wednesday afternoon I just go through abs only. Because I've done my push and my pull, I don't want to do legs yet because I do have some sprint con coming. It's really nice to show up to the gym and just do abs. We normally do them under fatigue because that's what happens on the field, but then to show up in here with a bit of energy and go through your core allows you to get the detail right and actually strengthen your core. On Thursday mornings, I'll go through the speed con. This one's getting right away from aerobic now, starting to focus on lactic, if not creatine phosphate, which is short, sharp. You get a 1-to-4 work to rest ratio usually with these. I think we've got a 1-to-3, which still makes it that lactic threshold. And on Thursday afternoons, I'll go through a shoulder workout. This one here, I'll use the pillowcases or bands. Really, really cool way. You also have the body weight shoulder workout, which is good as well. I love controlling the reps. So on Friday morning, this is the one you really enjoy. It's been a hard week. You've had that Monday through to Friday. It's got less aerobic as the week's gone on. The rest has gotten better as the week's gone on. You've really gained this Friday session. You should be rewarded by this Friday session. We've got the Hateful 8, which is one we've already got on the YouTube channel, which is a cool way of doing it. Or we have the 369 con, which will be coming this afternoon. These ones are based solely on intensity, speed, and heaps of rest. But make sure you warm up. Make sure your legs aren't sore, because lactic acid will increase if your legs are sore, and you don't want that if you're trying to get explosive speed, because when your body's not using oxygen, it's going to create lactic acid, and injury will happen if you've got sore legs as well. So on the Friday afternoon, I'll go through the leg bodyweight workout. I like to keep my speed, so doing explosive plyometric work is going to enable me to keep those fast twitch fibers. That's why I choose that workout. If you want to go barbells, dumbbells, and your goals, maybe just growth and development of your legs, that's fine too. But if you actually develop your muscles by what you put in your mouth, not necessarily how you train them. Saturday at 6:30 a.m, I'm going to go through an aerobic flush. This is only 60 to 70% of your maximum heart rate. It's medium distance in regards to time of training. It's not too intense in regards to how busted you're going to feel afterwards. The whole reason we do this is actually to break the bristles on the brush. By that we mean that when a painter paints something, he leaves his brush overnight and the paint hardens the bristles. So it's your job before you reuse that brush or reuse your legs to grab the bristles and break them. Getting rid of lactic acid, getting rid of blood pooling, getting rid of soreness and stiffness in a way that's not too aggressive. And in the afternoon at 5 to 6 p.m, I'm pretty buggered by now. It is almost rest day, so I'm just gonna go through a small muscle group. I go through triceps and abs. You're still gonna get soreness, you still want fatigue. I might increase my rests in this workout, but the main purpose of this workout is just to get a muscle group done, get some core done, and not burn yourself out doing big compound movements. And then on Sunday, everyone wants a rest day. Rest is always needed. Sunday we go through active rest. So for me, it could be a nice walk, it could be taking the dog for a walk, it could be going for a swim at the beach, or we go and play wall ball. Try to just keep that heart rate around that 50 to 60%. If you don't know too much about that, we'll talk about that later in another video. But for me, active recovery or active rest or games on that Sunday is a really cool way to let the mind recover and also have some fun. You might not get the cardiovascular development, but you'll burn more fat keeping your heart rate at 50 to 60%. And on Sunday afternoon, I just go through biceps. Really cool way to tune out, really cool way to get a burn. It's not too intense. If you want to up the rest, up the rest. But Sunday's about recovering, but don't do nothing. Because don't forget, we don't have games, we don't have work. All we have is free time and sitting on the couch if you're in isolation. So it's best to break them down to 2 sessions a day, give yourself that 4 hours gap and make the most of it. But all these people online that are posting up all these full body workouts, all it takes is train the same muscle group under resistance 2 days in a row, and you're looking at atrophy, where your muscles disappear. And not even to mention that, you're looking at injury. We're looking at doing 14 sessions a week, which is heaps. You'll never have this much time in your life just to focus on your training. There's no work involved, there's no injuries, there's no soreness, there's no other responsibilities but you and you. So take the time to train twice a day. Take the time to make the morning session a really nice fasted cardio session. Take the time to make the afternoon a nice resistance session. If you want to switch them around, go for it. I just love doing my conditioning fasted, and I know that depending on what food I've eaten, I'm not quite sure when fasted actually occurs in the afternoon, because some foods digest in 1 hour, some foods digest in 5 hours. So it's up to you to know your food if you want to do it in the afternoon, otherwise do it in the morning. And that's how we do our program, ladies and gentlemen. So do yourself a favour, have a crack at it. But remember, if you're sore, don't train. If you're buggered, sleep in. Listen to your body. I can feel when my body wants to train and when my body doesn't. And on the mornings I don't want to do conditioning, I just go and play some tennis or go for a swim. Good luck with it, enjoy it. Lockdown's going to become your best friend here. Let's go.